What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host, Donovan Quick, and I do want to apologize for this video getting out there a little bit late, but I'm going to give you my day 5 reaction to training camp. Without further ado, first things first, Teron Armstead activated off PUP. He did do his own individual drills, however, he didn't participate in any contact or team drills today, but he was indeed activated off the PUP, so if he could have practiced if they wanted him to. With that being said, all that's left on PUP is Nick Needham and Tanner Connor. Nick Needham, saw him on the side today practicing individual stuff with trainers and coaches, but he didn't really participate in any of the team stuff. Brandon Jones was not in uniform today. He did stretch with the team. I didn't see him in any of the corner drills. Trill Will, in the red jersey, was in pads. He did hit his individual drills, obviously not with the team just yet. So I'm wondering if Brandon Jones, maybe something had been tweaked there or just sore to the point where maybe that's why he didn't participate today. Maybe it's just precautionary, but just want to let y'all know where that's at. Furthermore, to get into the start, one-on-ones. Offensive line actually whooped on the defensive line on one-on-ones. It was actually kind of funny. And what's funny about that is yesterday I talked about how the wide receivers had their way against our DBs in one-on-ones. But once again, when you put them together in 11-on-11s, the defensive front is just so dominant. It's so dominant to the point that we maybe had 4 good runs this entire day during 11-on-11s, and they were all of them were to the outside. Maybe running to the, and by the outside I mean running to the outside of the right guard, outside of the left guard. So with the tackles pulling and going outside, there's that. A lot of times, like, they weren't even following for the play action. Just absolutely they saw the running back go, and they're like, okay, you can go by. I'm just going to come here and get to the quarterback. There was quite a bit of sacks today. Robert Hunt did talk about, after practice, he talked about how he doesn't think that there's as many sacks, as maybe that they're given. Like, hey, yeah, maybe this would have been a sack, but maybe this play wouldn't have been. And it's really hard to gauge, once again, in practice because quarterbacks aren't being hit. This was the first padded practice, so there was a little bit more contact, but once again, not too much contact. There was an absolute, just Brandon Peely just blew up. I want to say it was Ahmed or Gaskin in the backfield. It was just a blunder. Just absolute, just like manhandled that dude. But that was really the heaviest contact of the day. There wasn't too much contact, like I said. A little bit more than an unpadded practice, but once again, we're not trying to hurt people out here. It is practice. It is training camp. We already lost Jalen Ramsey. We don't really want to lose someone else. We didn't get to see one-on-ones with wide receivers and corners today. That I'm not sure if that happened on the far field or didn't happen at all. But we did not get to see that. What I can say is that during the team drills, Eazy-E looks good. Cam Smith looks good. These guys are just good, man. It's hard to put into words, really, just the crispiness that Eazy-E runs his routes with. Just the comeback routes and anything really downfield. He's always getting open some way, somehow. Cam Smith, though, his first step is lethal. Like, his first step into a break. Whenever there's a comeback route, a crossing route, anything that, like, if he's a step behind, as soon as that ball is thrown, he's right there, batting it down, getting hand on the ball. And one of these times, he's going to come up with an interception. Now, there was one interception on today. It was the first play, which, if you guys know, Tua is not the first one to be throwing the ball out there on 11-on-11s. It's usually either Mike White or Skylar Thompson. They start out with backups for some reason, and just threw a jump ball to Waddle and Bethel came down with it and took it back. Justin Bethel looks really good, by the way, guys. He's one guy that I talked about that he was brought in for special teams with Brian Flores, but he can play safety, he can play corner, and every single time he's in there on defense, he's making a play. Like whether it was last year during training camp, this year, he was making plays when he was in there. Keon Crossan, obviously, I forgot to talk about him. He was out of practice today. I love to forget to talk about him because I very much want him off this team. Eli Apple looked pretty decent today. I know I'm not his biggest fan either, but he did look decent. I'm going to be unbiased. Whenever it was Waddle, though, I mean, it's actually hilarious. Any other receiver besides Waddle, he hasn't gone against Tyreek yet, but any other receivers besides Waddle, and he's just absolutely taking him to school. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. What else do I got for y'all today? I think that's what I got for y'all today. Make sure you check out tomorrow morning's video. I'm going to drop the top 5 guys to watch during training camp. And that's going to be my 5. And the following day, it's going to be Jacob dropping his 5. And also be on the lookout for Jacob's day 6 of training camp review tomorrow. Catch you in the next one. Deuces.